Welcome everybody to another edition of SportsView on NerdMedia.tv. All the information is at the bottom of your screen. We're live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on our YouTube channel. And you can interface with the program by commenting in straight to the studio or send us an email. Good evening, Joe Waters. Welcome.
Evening, Pat. Evening, Darwin.
Evening, Darwin, and welcome. Darwin isn't sprinted frozen isolation for the moment. It's the internet, I think. And then, what was I going to say? Well, over the weekend, we had the first win in a long time for Manchester United. They beat Chelsea 2-1. And there was wins also for Liverpool, Palace, Leeds, Fulham. Is this redemption for Man United, or is it just a one-off, Joe?
Well, I think, a couple of things. Obviously, getting the goalkeeper sent off didn't help Chelsea, and losing Cole Palmer also in that short period was,
Double whammy.
yeah, it was. But I think Chelsea made a mistake in what they were doing when they could have still played a 5-3-1 with the offensive players that they had and given United a game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And given them a game. But I think with them going to bringing the defensive guys in so quickly, it kind of it took away from their ability really to go for it.
It threw the team. It threw the team a bit, didn't it? It threw the team
Yeah,
a bit.
I think it did. And thinking about the United thing, and again, people are always talking about the system and what have you. And I think with the system, he's trying to fit square pegs into round holes. He doesn't have the people for it. But it's not the system itself that gives up goals. It's players not defending properly that gives up goals.
Precisely.
And that was the case last week. And in fact, it was the case again yesterday. The big guy at the back, the young guy that they signed. No, he's the big tall guy. His name will come to me in a minute. But he misses his He misses his forward completely in the goal, and you can't blame the system for that. You blame that's a player's fault. That's basic defending, not letting a guy get behind you and get a free header. And
That's true.
the same happened with the United goal. With the first goal, I think Fofana got cut out, although he scored for them afterwards. Although that one got disallowed, but he got caught out as well. For the first United goal, both he and the other centre back were not dropped deep enough to get the flick on, and Buemo got in on them on the descending off. So it's players that give up goals, and it's hard to still keep going at United when they don't have the right players, in that. So, but it was a great win for them, and a much needed one.
It was.
So hopefully, that can kickstart them and get them moving in the right direction.
During the week, we had a lot of English teams out in the European Cup just beginning, and Arsenal, Real Madrid, Spurs, Milan, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, PSG all won their games, and Liverpool are winning matches and not playing well. That's a good sign.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know who says they're not playing well, because I think that they're playing well. They're doing a lot of really good things.
Yeah.
Uh, I think it's a mistake for people to start thinking that the because they're 8 points ahead of is it City and 5 points ahead of Arsenal, they're starting to move away from it. But we're talking about 5 games into this here,
That's
and
right.
there's a lot to happen between now and next May, and some of the teams are going to get better and start picking up points. Um, so it's going to be interesting to watch it. Um, certainly if Arsenal do what they did on Sunday against City and play with defensive midfielders across the middle of the field. Um,
That won't do. That won't do, Joe.
no, it won't do. It was very poor. It was a
Yeah.
very poor decision by Mikel Arteta to do
That, that,
that.
that won't do at all. You
No,
know,
and I mean they could have lost that game.
they could have.
In spite of the whole thing. I mean, I know that they had a lot of possession, but they had a lot of possession that was not really was not penetrating anybody. I mean, I think the one ball they played behind the defense, they got the goal from it. And the rest of it was all stuff that they're playing in front and they're trying to make their way down and dink little balls in. But City had so many big guys there that they weren't going to be successful with that. And then uh, Arsenal nearly got caught on the break again when Haaland broke. And really, I think if he had it to do all over again, he would have squared that ball for. Uh, I think it was Silva that was coming in on the back post.
Go like that.
So, and instead of taking the shot himself, I think he could have squared it, and that would have been curtains for them. I think at that stage. But
I think that one of the most impressive teams during the week in the European Cup was PSG. They play a phenomenal brand of soccer. They're, they're fantastic to watch on the eye anyway. They
but
really are.
they really are. I mean, they're the way he's got them playing. Uh,
Just
they're on the front foot, the whole time attacking the ball, and then they're going for the juggler every time. Yeah, he really has got them. He's got them just purring like an
yeah,
engine, like
yeah. They look.
a
I
Rolls
know
Royce.
it's one game. It's the first game, but I think they will. There would be favourites to retain the trophy.
I wouldn't disagree with you on that, but again, like you said, there's a long way to go.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
the thing with it is that they're playing a league that's nowhere near as strong as the Premier League. So
That's
with
true.
the Premier League teams have, on a European week are been asked to play 3 games in the space of 7 or 8 days, and that's a lot of effort to be putting in.
I
Um,
see Man City were giving out about it. I think they played too many games. But
but well, Man City played one on Thursday, and then they had to play again on Sunday, whereas Arsenal played on Tuesday and didn't play till Sunday. So there is, I mean, I know Guardiola uh, in his pre-match played it down, but in the at the end of the game he spoke about the amount of energy these guys have to put out in a game, in 3 games in such a short spell. And Anislat was saying the same thing, with after the Everton game, with the early start and
yes,
that.
and of course,
Um,
so we can't leave out your old stamping ground. They won again in the League Cup during the week.
yes,
They,
they did.
they won away from home, 1-0, and they're Grimsby, and they're
Yeah.
in. Are they into the quarter final now?
Um, I
I
I saw
don't.
somewhere that they were.
Yeah,
Um, so, but then I saw that Chelsea are playing Lincoln this week in the Carabao Cup. Is
Yeah,
that are they playing them in that? And they said
I
that was
think,
the third round.
yeah, I think they are. Yeah, but
I thought that,
I'm not 100%. You know.
yeah, I'm not 100% either on that because that surprised me, or maybe it was just a mis a misprint on what I read. But yeah, to get there is great. I mean, uh,
Well,
we haven't done that for a while.
well, that's true. I mean, if they do get into the, I don't know. I'm just checking uh, the Tuesday night. The English League Cup Tuesday night. We have Barnsley playing Brighton, Burnley playing Cardiff, Fulham are playing Cambridge, Lincoln City are home to Chelsea, and Wigan are home to Wycombe Wanderers. Wolverhampton are home to Everton. Wrexham are playing Reading, and Liverpool are playing Southampton. So when those matches are over, I think they'll be into the quarterfinals. You know,
Okay.
because on you have Huddersfield Town to play Man City, Newcastle to play Bradford City, Spurs to play Doncaster, and Port Vale to play Arsenal. Now there you go. When those matches will be played, we'll be down to the quarterfinals after that, you know. So they have one more round to go, you know. But it's still an incredible achievement for them, you know.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah, it's great.
You know, we come back to soccer in a minute, but in the Women's World Cup in rugby, it's down to the final two teams. England are playing Canada in the World Cup final, and that the two best teams in the competition made the final, in my opinion, both England and Canada, and they're very, very evenly matched, you know. And my old favourite team in France, Montpellier, won in the top 14 over the weekend. You know, I just keep an eye on those. I don't know, fabulous team. But in the World Athletics Championship, Kate O'Connor from Dundalk won a silver medal in the heptathlon. It was Ireland's first track medal since 1995 in Gothenburg when Sonia O'Sullivan won gold for Ireland in the 5,000 metres. So it's a phenomenal achievement to win silver medal. Great Britain, with a population around 70 million, only won four medals. They had a very, very disappointing World Championships. There's a lot of soul searching. They won no gold. They won a couple of silvers and the bronze, you know. Very disappointing for them. But I think this man, I'm gonna get his name now, from Burkina Faso, is the story of the athletics. I mean, when you read his story, just, he's just, it's like a fairy tale. And let me see now before I get to it. Sorry about it, so now there's another son who carried his name on the world stage. Hugus Fabrice Zango. He was the first African ever to win a gold medal in the triple jump at the World Championships. And here is what most people do not know. Zango is also a doctor of electrical engineering, and today in Tokyo, that was over the weekend, he made his last leap, and at the age of 32, he announced his retirement in well, it's a big long name in the country where the sun scorches the earth, doing colors just like us. Zanger grew up chasing shadows, and triple jump was not supposed to belong here. Burkina Faso had no medals, no tradition in the event. Athletics meant running for water, not chasing podiums, but he leaped anyway. By 18 years of age, he was in the European track and a scholarship carried him to France, then to the United States. His long frame coiled like a spring, and the world began to notice. He would say, engineering is my marathon. But Tokyo 2021 changed everything. A bronze medal for the first ever for Burkina Faso. For the world, it was third place. For Ouagadougou, it was gold dressed in another colour. The streets in Burkina Faso erupted and the anthem played for once Africa had not seen a place before. Budapest 23, Zango launched 1807 in the triple jump, Africa's first world champion in the triple jump. The first African to fly past 18 metres. Burkina Faso froze in awe. But eagles do not soar forever, and today, almost the same place where his story began, Zango said goodbye to competition. His knees ache, his back carries him out of every day, but his journey is not ending. It is changing. I thought that was a story of the World Athletics, or one of the stories of the World Athletics Championship.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's just phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The human spirit, what they can do. But Joe, I think that we owe you something tonight. It's your birthday, is it? There you go now.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Have we the date right?
Oh, yeah. The 20th of September. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday was the big day.
Good.
So, yeah.
You enjoyed it?
I did. I
Good.
got a lot of birthday wishes from all over the place, actually.
So,
Because I
so,
have friends in different places.
yeah.
So it was great. Yeah.
Our boss organised that for you.
Oh,
Neil.
yeah. Tell her thanks very much,
Yes, he
my
did
lovely
indeed.
cousin.
Yeah, indeed. Now, the Formula One was in Azerbaijan, and Max Verstappen won that from Russell, and Carlos Sainz Jr. were on the podium. He actually still leads the championship on 3:24, and Norris is on 2:99, and Verstappen is on 2:55. So it's between those three, you know. In the golf in the French Open, Michael Kim from America won that on -16. A pair of 68, 66, and he closed at 65. Bruce Koepka finished on -14. 69, 68, 65, and 68. The golf in Arizona was washed out, even though the first round, Leone Maguire was well placed, but unfortunately got washed off. So there you go. There must have been torrential rain up around Arizona the weekend. But
Yeah.
it got washed out. On the European Tour, the ladies' European Tour, Anna Hoons from Canada won, and our own Lauren Walsh was fourth. She's playing very well the last couple of weeks. She's got a lot of top five, so fair play to her. And Mark Gannon from Northern Ireland won the English Open 10-9 over Zhou Julang, and he won 100 grand for his weekend. So it was his first um, tournament win for a while, but he's playing very well. That's Mark Allen, and well done to him. Anyway, now getting back to soccer, I suppose we have another week of soccer this week, Joe. We have another week of what I call it, European soccer. You know, and I'm just checking there now to see where we are. You know, by the way, you can interact with interface with the program if you want to send us a text, or if you want to send us an email, feel free to do so. Or if you want to comment straight into the program, you can do that as well. And
And did I see correctly that Fairview Rangers won a trophy a couple of weeks ago? I'm not sure they won it for the second time, and I'd never heard of it before. Is that for the Junior Cup winners of Northern Ireland and the Southern Ireland.
I don't know. I'll check
Anyway.
that out. We'll have a report on it next week. I'll check that out for you, Joe. And well, the Europa League is on next week, not the European Cup. So the Europa League is on next week. We have, I think we have Roma in there, and we have Celtic and Nottingham Forest participating that next Wednesday night. So that's the European soccer this week. But I'm just wondering, the team that impressed me most over the weekend, I saw a bit of their match, was Leeds United. They
Yes.
seem to be after finding their feet in the Premiership again. And it's good to see. One of the new teams.
Yeah.
I think
Well, they
that,
were really. I mean, they were really unfortunate last week when they lost at Fulham to that own goal. I mean,
yeah,
the
yeah, that
poor
was
lad just. He could be there another 99 times and he'd never do what he did with
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
that was unfortunate. But they at Wolves, I think that, you'd have to say that there is a concern at Wolves. I mean, Leeds beat them well. Don't get me wrong. Leeds deserved to win.
they did,
Um,
they did.
but there's something going on at Wolves that it
I
just,
think I think that they could get relegated
they might,
at
I
the
know
way
it's
that.
very, the same goes for the bottom half of the table as the top half of the table. It's a bit early to be, saying things like that, but the hardest thing that you have is when you have a bad start. How do you recover from that?
Yeah,
Because it's really, really difficult to get everybody up and back, back on the
yes.
horse and going again.
And
And
there's pressure on you. There's
this
pressure on
is
you to get the 3 points.
Yeah, and this is the worst. This is the worst start that uh, Wolves have had in their history. They've
Yeah,
never they've never gone 5 games at the beginning of the season. Apparently, losing all five.
goodness me.
Um, yeah, so there's a concern there. There has to be a concern there. Um, they're giving up goals, but more alarmingly, as we said before, they're not scoring any.
Yeah, my old team in the Premiership in here in Ireland, Cork City, are bottom of the league. They're doing their damnedest to get out of it. But they welcomed Shamrock Rovers to Turner's Cross. They were 1-0 down, and this is a
Cork City
goal.
going to have to throw the kitchen sink at it here, Phil.
Yeah, definitely. And they're nearly doing that, to be honest with you. They're going forward all the time.
And Cawley's going to take a shot.
Oh,
What a goal!
what a goal!
What a goal!
What a goal! Darragh Crowley. Oh, something
Darragh
else.
Crowley out of the top.
That is the kitchen
corner.
sink.
That was in the 91st minute. They got it fine. They got it
That
fine.
was a screamer.
That was a class act. They got something out of the match.
Yeah, I have to
But
tell you, that's not the Turner's Cross I remember. I tell you that.
the Turner's Cross, you remember, used to be mud. Was it mud?
Oh my God! It was just like,
So,
but just the facilities around it is like, man, oh man.
when Rodney Marsh and George West was playing there, you know, so
Yeah,
it was just there was no grass
no,
around the sideline. It's pure bog. But they're getting fantastic gates. But there is a market, there is an audience there for League of Ireland soccer in Cork City. But it's a pity that the investment isn't going in.
yeah. Is that the problem? You think that there's
Well,
not any money there?
that's one of the problem. One of the problems is money.
I mean, you
That's,
think. I mean, Cork is the second biggest city in Ireland, correct?
you know,
Yeah, and you would imagine that there'd be somebody um, that would want, because it could be really a great soccer market, because
yeah.
Cork is a great sporting town city,
Oh yes,
so and they've always supported. I mean, at one time they were supporting 2 League of Ireland teams, not the mine, just one.
Your Cork Hibernians and Cork Celtic for years,
Yeah, yeah,
and both of them doing very well as well.
yeah,
Both both of them well run.
yeah.
It's just and Waterford were kingpins at time as well.
Well, there were. I saw a great photograph. I think it was on the League of Ireland page on Facebook. I think it was the 1972 FA Cup final. Alfie Hale and Dave Bacuzzi before the final shaking hands.
No,
You
yeah,
know, back in the days when when Hibs were a powerhouse and Waterford were a powerhouse.
yes,
That was that was great times when
packed
there
out,
was just
packed
so
out
many
to the
good
wire.
players.
We
Yeah,
pressed up against the wire every second Sunday in Donald's Cross and Floor Lodge. It was just well, you had Cork Celtic and Cork Hibernians, you had Waterford, you had the old Drumcondra. Do you remember
yeah.
Drumcondra?
And
They were very
You had Limerick, and
you had Limerick
uh,
FC,
Dundalk.
yeah.
Um, you had
Tommy,
Shells, St.
remember Tommy
Pat's,
McDonald with
Bows.
Dundalk,
Yeah,
yeah.
Shelburne, St. Pat's, Bows,
Rovers,
um, Shamrock Rovers, um, and I think there was Sligo. Oh, Sligo Rovers were in it at that time as well. Um,
they're still not
so
good though.
yeah,
There's still a good pocket of support for them in soccer
yeah,
up in Australia. It's
yeah,
good. It's good. But Cork City went down to the second tier, and it took them ages to come back up.
yeah,
And as a result, a lot of the support went away.
yeah,
And it has taken a good while to get established again. Now they're bottom of the Premiership, but I mean they're not a fully professional outfit now because of lack of resources. They're a semi-professional outfit, so they're
yeah,
constantly a lot of local talent,
yeah.
which is good as well, a good thing as well.
I mean,
But
it's a great thing, but the problem is that all the other teams like Rovers and
Sure,
Shelburne and that, they're all. I mean, they're all full-time professionals now.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
impacts, yeah,
So
yeah.
you're always you're always going to be fighting an uphill battle with groups like that.
That's
You
true. And
know.
when they're in Europe, they get a lot of cash for the
Yeah.
matches they play, and that helps them in turn then to solidify the team and to strengthen the team. Whereas other teams like Cork City, not because they're Cork City, are reliant on local support
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
by and large, local support by and large. You know,
Well,
I
I
met
mean,
I met
I,
do you know who I met over the weekend? We were
who?
down in Bunratty with a friend of ours up. He was celebrating his birthday, and he wanted to go down to Dirty Nelly. So we went down just for a coffee, and there was a couple inside in the one of the corners, but I couldn't see in for the seats. But they were about to leave, so I said, "You can sit here. There's seats in here." So we sat down, and I started talking to speaking to them, and she was the daughter of Noel Cantwell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the no Kendall. Well, she was telling us some. She'll come on the show some night. She told me when she gets back to America. She had some great stories, some fantastic stories.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some
I'll
all great
bet.
stories. And
Not
her
sure.
husband's an ex Cork hurler as well. You know, so we
Oh,
had we had a fantastic chat. But I love the old stories, the old soccer stories. Noel,
oh,
of
yeah.
course, as we know, was captain of Man United, and he
Right.
was
And he was captain of Ireland as well.
Was he captain of West Ham then after that?
Yeah. He's United signed him from West Ham. Um, I think they signed him just after the Munich air disaster.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and he was I think he was the captain of the '63 Cup final winning team when they beat Leicester in the final against the odds. Leicester were favourites for that one, and United I think turned them over 3-1.
Oh,
So,
God. Well,
yeah.
Noel was a good one. He was a good player.
Yeah. Oh, he was a fine player.
He was a good
And
player. But
I met him a couple of times. I met him when he was manager of Peterborough.
oh yes, he was. Yeah.
Yeah. And oh, great guy to talk to and, and just visit with and what have you. He was a character and a half,
Yeah.
Um,
You're
uh,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it does. We'll have her on now some night when she gets settled back in. I think it's Florida they're living in. Florida, you know. We'll have her on some night to give us some anecdotes about her travails with soccer, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
she was talking about the current Man United setup, you know.
Yeah.
She was saying that she didn't say too much now because you could see she has a deep love of the club, you know,
Yeah.
because of her dad. But she was saying that there is something wrong in the club, but she can't really put her finger on it. She was saying that there's something wrong in the club, you know, and
Well, I mean,
someone
it's not the first time. It's not the first time it happened, or it's happened. They were relegated back in the 70s, and then they built it back up and got to whatever. But guys like Ferguson and Sir Matt Busby are few and far between.
there's someone here just sending a comment to our program, Joe. Did you see who was sitting beside Fergie at Old Trafford at the match?
No.
Big Sam.
Oh yeah, Big Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Is he being is he
Well,
being lined up?
Ferguson and Allardyce are big buddies. They're
Yeah.
really big. Yeah, they're really great friends. And Sam hangs out a lot with him. Actually, I was going to mention there. You were talking about the Cork teams and what have you, and Cork right now being locally funded. And the difficult times that it is to get people to put money into it. Well,
Yeah.
Sam Allardyce was manager in Limerick a number of years ago. And at the time, I think the chairman or the president of the club of Limerick FC was a priest. And when they'd be short of money to pay the wages at the end of the week, the priest had said, Sam, it's time for me to put the collar on and me and you to hit the pubs. And they'd go down and they'd be asking for money so they could pay the wages and get guys to sponsor
I have
or what have
stories.
you. So
I have they give him a full Cortina, was it?
oh yeah, so it was like but I mean that was the history. I mean how Limerick kept the whole thing going for a number of years. They were well supported, but Jack Toohey, Lord of mercy, and him was the main mover and shaker in Limerick at the time. Fortunately, he died a young man of a heart attack. He was the man that was responsible for bringing Andy McAvoy to Limerick.
And the McAvoy was a fabulous player.
Oh, he was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Super player.
Yeah.
Super. They had a great team. I mean, Limerick had a great team at the time, you know. Fantastic.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Great players, great characters, you know.
Yeah. And it was unfortunate, we in the 60s, we had some great teams with Ewan Fenton as the player manager and
That's right, yeah.
Al Finucane and Kevin Fitzpatrick playing and
Goal.
and Desi McNamara and we had so many great players. And we got to the FAI Cup final a couple of times. Maybe I think it was 2 or 3 times in the 60s. And we played Rovers in every one of them.
Yeah.
And Rovers, of course, were loaded at the time.
Well, in the 60s, Rovers, was it 10 or 11 leagues in a row?
Yeah.
Something like that, you know. And
Yeah.
they were Milltown then, of course, at home. They were a spiritual home.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that
yeah,
they had to sell that as well.
yeah. But I mean, they had some great players as well. But so did we, and a lot of them. Uh, a lot of the guys were local guys. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, uh, the likes of Kevin and Al, of course, Joe
that's good.
Casey. Who else
That's
do we
good.
have?
That's
Uh,
good.
yeah, he didn't play at that time, but
Yeah,
Ewan Fenton, Desi McNamara,
yeah.
guys, you know, you go back. I look at the pictures. Vinnie Quinn was playing back then.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, and I look at the photographs, you know, of the old Limerick teams, and so see the guys that I used to support when I was a young fella in the
Yeah,
'60s, and
yeah,
just uh, some great players and great memories of those teams.
absolutely.
And seeing them, and then Rovers had the likes of Johnny Fulham and Frank O'Neill and guys like that. Mick Leach later on, Paddy Ambrose up front. Um, they had one, didn't have one of the Duns in goal for a while. Yeah, so just guys that you remember the memories
And
of.
then your man came down in the 80s to play with them, Tony Ward.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, fine soccer player, Tony was, I thought.
yeah. It was. Yeah,
Good soccer
that
player,
that,
you know?
that group was. Uh, My brother Dermot played with him that time. That was Kevin Fitzpatrick was a player manager, I think.
Yeah,
Um, and Muggles O'Donnell, Joe Manny, Des, Tony Meany, Joe Burke. All of those lads were all guys that I knew, you know,
yeah.
all on the team at that time.
Some
One,
people,
yeah,
I'll find out from about the Fairview situation for next week.
yeah. I
Yeah,
just saw it. I'd never seen the name of the cup before, and I just wondered if it was. And they said they brought it back for the second time, so I don't. I didn't.
you know,
I wasn't aware.
I'm only guessing, but it might be the winners of the two of the North and South. I don't
Yeah,
know. Do you remember they had a trophy back in the 70s and 80s?
yeah, yeah. And
The
I
the black
wondered if it was that.
the Blacksmith Trophy it was called. The Blacksmith Trophy. And they used to play for that, you know. Two teams from Northern Ireland, two teams from the South. The
Oh, okay,
the cup winners and the league champions would play the
okay.
compatriots in the North, you know, in home and away. So it's good. It's, you get big, very big crowds. And glory days of soccer. We
Yeah.
will see them again. We will see
Yes.
them again. We will see them again. They go around in cycles, you know. We
Yes, I
might be
do.
we might be wheeled around, but we might see it again, you know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully so. You know, the League of Ireland seems to be a little bit more efficient and better run than the FAI at the moment. I see the FAI backed out of the meeting with the Oireachtas and the with the government.
They did,
So,
and it's one continuous struggle after another, you know. And I don't know really. I can't make an informed comment on it because I haven't read enough about it, you know. But it's been a struggle for soccer over many years that the administrators of the game don't seem to have a vision or a plan for the future, you know. I see that Kerry FC have launched an ambitious plan for an 80,000 seater stadium in Kerry for soccer.
wow.
80,000 seater, yeah. A 2 billion plan. It's in there's pictures of I'll get a picture of it for next week. It's phenomenal what they're planning, you know. If it comes off it'll be just a
So
game.
is it going to be a multi-purpose stadium then? I mean, are they
I
going to
think
play Gaelic football there and soccer?
oh yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
mean if it happens to be almost the same capacity as Croke Park,
Yeah.
you know, which would be phenomenal. But
Yeah.
they're doing very well. They're doing very well in the soccer carriers. They've
Yeah.
consolidated position in the first division, and from where they came from, they're really
And they're
doing
in the
well.
semi-final of the FAI, aren't they?
Yeah, and they beat Sligo Rovers the last match. They were 3-0 down and they won 4-3. I mean, they're in the semi-finals of the FAI Cup. They're meeting Shamrock Rovers.
Oh, that's going to be a tough ask for them.
Never know. You never know with the enthusiasm
Yeah.
and you don't know.
That,
We wish
yeah.
them well. We wish them well,
Yeah.
and it should be okay for them. It should be okay. Derwin Derwin Horn is normally with us. He said that his Wi-Fi is, well, I won't say the word, but his Wi-Fi is banjaxed. He hasn't a regular signal for tonight.
Yeah.
I did that word as universal as a joke.
Yeah, that is.
So
I think that's a uniquely Irish word, banjaxed.
yeah, I don't think. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But well, we're coming around to the end of another program on Monday night. We're here every Monday night for people. We're going out live on our social media platforms for people who want to. And thank you for the comments, by the way. I missed out on the YouTube because I wasn't looking, but thank you very much for that. And Joe, it's been a pleasure, and it's been a pleasure for another Monday night. Until we see you all again next Monday night, lads. Have a good one, and I'll try and clear up my throat in the meantime with plenty of honey
There you go.
and Jameson, is it?
Yeah. A
Good
nice
night.
cup of hot tea and honey. There you go.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, Pat. See you next time.
Yeah.